show you what has previously been admitted as State's Exhibit A. Can you see that screen okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's see if we can get it maybe. Is it easier for you to see it when the infrared is on, like from this perspective, the green writing on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us what we're looking at by way of how far away your aircraft is from the scene itself and what you're doing?
So the SLT range, that's the slant range, that's how far we are from the scene. You'll see that in the top right. We're about 2,500 feet away from the scene at this point.
Are you able to control anything, obviously, on the ground as you're trying to get images of what may or may not be potential items of evidence? So you don't have any control over the landscaping, for example. There's a tree here. That's very inconvenient, obviously, for the image. You don't have control over that.
Very inconvenient. No, we don't have control over that. What the pilot can attempt to do is try to get on the other side of the tree to give us a better angle.
And have you had an opportunity to review this video in its entirety?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in this particular case, the aircraft moving around the subject vehicles?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it recording the contact that you would have had at this location?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain to us just what happened initially when you responded and what vehicle you chose to follow away as the scene developed?
So initially a darker vehicle pulls in front of this vehicle, and I saw two people get out of the car, and then they went under the tree. And then some sort of disturbance occurred, and then I saw somebody getting back in that car, and if you watch, you'll see out the tailpipe of the car, you'll see what kind of looks like, it kind of looks like a flamethrower. That's basically that heat of the exhaust. That's what it looks like when somebody floors the vehicle, like they're trying to accelerate really quickly. That caught my attention, so I followed that car initially.
Okay, let me stop you there. I'm going to go up to that second, which is going to be I'll start it at 33 seconds here.
So right there.
So when we're looking at the vehicle itself on 35, there's not actually flames coming out of the vehicle?
No, ma'am, that's just the heat from the exhaust.
And is that one of the indicators that you know that there's some heat from that location?
Yes, ma'am.
How about these other locations that are kind of brighter in the image?
So I can see that that white vehicle, there's a lot of engine heat there. That usually indicates to me that the car's been sitting for a little bit or running for a while. These other 5 vehicles in frame, they haven't been running at all recently. That's why they're all cold, they're all black. The way that this lens reads heat is the whiter it is, the hotter it is, and the blacker it is, the colder it is.
Now when you say running for a while, do you mean driving or operating? The vehicle's on.
This kind of looks like it's been idling for a little bit, but it's kind of hard to tell. What I'll do is, what I look for in that is if there's a lot of engine heat, but the tires are cold, then it's been idling. But if there's a lot of engine heat, and then as you can see on this car that's driving away, that front tire is really white, so that car has been moving recently. That's kind of what I'll look at to determine if it's been idling or not. When
you got ahead on this scene, you indicated you made a decision to follow the vehicle that was moving. At this time, is your choice to follow this vehicle because you believe that you're capturing anything of evidentiary value?
Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
I wasn't sure if this was a suspect that was trying to flee, because at the time that this occurred, with it being under the tree, I didn't even see in real time that there was somebody on the right side of that vehicle. So I was just going with what was moving first and trying to keep eyes on that. And at the same time, I knew officers were coming into the complex, so I was trying to direct officers to that car.
When the vehicle actually gets to the exterior of the complex, so looking at 2 minutes and 15 seconds or so of the video, once it's directed at the front and the individual or occupant of that darker vehicle that's out at the entrance, do you make a radio call or communicate with the officers on the ground that that is not your subject?
Yes, ma'am.
And how is it that you know that?
I believe that there was some further information coming in that there were shots fired and that this was the victim that had been shot.
Do you ultimately then make a decision to, starting at 2 minutes and 18 seconds, go back to the originating location?
Yes, ma'am.
And do we hear you indicating going back to the scene?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now there's some audio on this video. On this video here, are you the individual that's speaking?
Yes, ma'am. It'll be both me and my pilot.
And is the audio the best quality of all of the aircrafts that you have? It sounds pretty light.
It is not. It's a very low volume. You got to turn your speakers up to 100 and then the volume on the VLC player up to 100 to be able to hear anything.
And then I'm going to play that same 1A. When you have an opportunity to go back to the scene itself, was there anyone of value or any person surrounding the vehicle itself?
Not that I saw.
And we also see persons, right, in these images or in parts of these videos.
Yes.
Is there a heat signal coming off of them when you're looking at this infrared?
Yes.
Is it as much as what we see from some of the vehicles?
No, it's not.
Have you had an opportunity to review a number of aviation videos like this?
Yes, ma'am.
After you capture these videos, do you make it a regular practice to go back and review the footage?
Every one of them, yes, ma'am.
Do you document that as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you do that in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
When you went back and actually reviewed the footage, were you able to actually determine there was an additional individual present on scene that you did not see the first time?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have the ability in this aircraft to zoom into locations?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have the ability to review the videos themselves at this present speed, so real time, and then at a slowed rate if necessary?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also have the opportunity to switch in between this infrared camera and color?
In real time I can, but once the video is recorded, I cannot switch between lenses after it's recorded.
Have you had an opportunity to review the zoomed or slowed videos from this same footage?
Yes, ma'am.
They all originate from the same footage
Yes, ma'am.
and have the same markings and information. It's the same video, they're just kind of slowed in speed.
Yes, ma'am.
Looking first at State's Exhibit 3C. At 1/3 speed, is this the video that was captured from that aviation? I apologize. Is this the video? Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry. Now you indicated 2 individuals had gone under the tree line. Are you able to keep track when you actually go back and review the footage of where those individuals go?
Yes, ma'am. It looks like one subject went to the driver's side and the other one started to walk around to the passenger side of the car. You can see her passing the wheel well right there on the right.
So if I focus on this location here, the heat from that white vehicle that you had referenced before, you're talking about the passenger coming over to the passenger side of the white Camry.
Yes, ma'am.
And when we see the camera go in and out, is that you zooming in and zooming out?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you focusing the camera on the 2 individuals on the driver's side of the white Corolla? Excuse me, I think I said Camry.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you, when you initially were overhead and trying to ascertain what was happening at this scene, actually observe the passenger of the white Corolla exit the vehicle?
Objection, proper opinion, Your Honor.
Overruled.
You may answer. Did you actually mark or identify anyone as exiting the Camry? The Corolla.
Not in real time, no, I did not.
Having slowed the video or actually documenting after when you had an opportunity to review it at the end of your shift, did you document another individual?
Same objection, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what we're looking at towards the right of our screen at 1 minute and 34 seconds of 3C?
Yes, ma'am.
upon reviewing the video after, did you document or create an incident after the flight itself, documenting that there was another individual present and that the vehicle had occupied one of the witnesses from the case?
Yes, ma'am.
Not the suspect. In 3D, would we look to that same vehicle? Is this the overhead of the white Corolla?
Yes, ma'am.
Is the subject that you later documented here under where the mouse is on the right side of our screen?
I believe he's still in the car.
Go back to 12 seconds here. Right. How about if I play the video?
Okay, yeah, so that would be him. He's already out.
Now, when you are overhead and you're panning to activity, movement, white glowing items from the infrared camera, are you trying to capture whatever activity you believe at the time is relevant?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you now know, after your involvement in this case, that the subject was actually the individual that goes beyond this tree line here underneath the apartment complex?
Yes, ma'am.
Just in between these two green markers here?
That's correct.
And did you also annotate that, having had an opportunity to slow and watch that back?
Yes, ma'am.
And then ultimately, is there an portion of that aviation that is zoomed to that subject who has stepped out of the passenger side of the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what we're seeing here in 3E?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to definitively articulate what the person's doing?
I cannot.
I'm going to start that over, please. 3E.
You can see that he's stepping back and outstretching, looked like his right arm. But there's just too much tree coverage.
And at this time, you make a decision to follow the dark red color vehicle, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask you specifically about the individual under the tree? I think you said arm movements that we're able to at least document on the image, typically without the tree cover. So if you had perfect conditions and were able to utilize the infrared camera, are you able to see, depending on a caliber of a weapon, heat if a firearm is fired?
I will see heat from a discharged firearm.
Okay. And are those as what you would fire at, for example, the range? Those are like muzzle flash, something quick.
Yes, it'd be very quick. Then also the firearm would be heated up. So like we'll see many times where like if we have a car that like flees or something and a gun is in their waistband, if they throw it out the window, I can usually see that because it's heated up.
Right, their body heat or otherwise may warm it.
Yes.
Okay. And are we looking for the type of glow that you're looking for in the body heat of an individual? So what we saw in the people that were there?
Yes.
Okay. In this particular case, though, you did not have those circumstances, perfect circumstances.
I did not.
And when you pan back to the area from State's Exhibit 3B, which is the full 8 minutes you were overhead, were you actually able to locate or capture the subject when you realized you had to go back to the original scene?
I did not.
Your Honor, at this time I will ask the witness.
Cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. So how are you able to ascertain like which arm is sticking out?
It looks like he's kind of backing up. So just based on the leg movements, it kind of looked like he was backing up. So I would have put his right arm because it looked like he was facing towards the vehicle.
So you can tell which arm someone's lifting by their feet movement?
Well, if I'm seeing their feet, like you know what legs look like when they're moving backwards. So
Infinitely familiar with what feet look like moving backwards. But I don't know how that correlates to which arm's being lifted.
that's just what I observed.
It's your opinion, right?
Sure.
And there's not a specialty class that you attend that says, hey, based on someone's leg movements moving backwards, it means this arm's picked up or that arm's picked up, right?
That's correct.
So this is your opinion. How long have you been doing this?
In the aviation unit?
No. Watching aviation videos and infrared and offering opinions about people's movements based on this.
Your Honor, objection.
Based on what?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
What's the objection?
Oh, I'm sorry, argumentative in the form, Judge.
Overruled.
can answer.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes. How long have you been offering these sort of opinions based on leg movements which arms picked up?
Well, I've been observing videos in aviation since 2022.
Okay, so 2022, and this was in 2023, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the reason I'm asking is I understand you're saying it looks like two hot feet moving backwards, right? What I'm trying to ascertain is how that correlates to lifting of an arm. That's what I'm asking.
Can you play the video back?
Which one do you want?
The slow zoomed in one?
And tell me to stop if you may stop.
Yeah. Can you just sit on the pause button here and I'll let you know when?
Sure. Can you go back to the beginning?
Yeah, you can just hit play. Right here, pause. So there's one of his arms appears to be extended. You see where his torso is when he was backing up, and you have heat that is away from his body that's moving with him. So it appears to me, from what I've seen in aviation videos, it appears to me his arm is extended at this point.
So one arm, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. You don't know which one though, correct?
That's correct.
All right. That's what I was trying to get at. When you're talking about the heat being separated from the body, you're talking about that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is that what you believe would be the muzzle flash?
I can't say for sure. It could be a muzzle flash or it could be his hand.
Does the camera pick up any sort of audio?
From the ground?
Yes, sir.
No, it did not.
You talked about the heat signature from a discharged firearm. Did you identify that anywhere near the scene?
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure you looked for it, correct?
Yes, sir.
And April, probably fairly cool. It would certainly light up your camera, right? If it was on the ground somewhere.
Yeah, if it was on the ground, I might be able to see it, yeah. Absent the tree.
Okay, fair enough. I meant like somewhere else, I guess what I'm trying to get at.
Yes.
Because,
yeah.
you know, when you're zoomed out, you guys are picking up a really large area, correct? So you're fairly high. I think you were 2,700 feet, right?
Yes, sir.
Um,
We're 2,500 feet from the scene. I'm not sure on our elevation. If you went back to the full video, I could show you how high we were up in the air. But we're 1,600 feet above ground.
okay, so 1,600 feet. So you guys are trying to use my understanding, like 16, how high is that, like compared to the Bank of America building, just so?
Ooh, I don't know how high the Bank of America building is.
Fair enough. I'm just trying to use something I can understand from a real world. But I'm sure you searched the entire apartment and never found it, correct?
That's true.
All right, may I have a moment, Your Honor?
Sure.
All right, Your Honor, I have to consult with my client. I don't have any other questions. Can you close this video?
Redirect.
Yes, Your Honor. Did you have an opportunity to advise responding officers that there were other individuals that were coming out of their apartments? Not in the first 2 minutes we've seen, but in the totality of the 8-minute video?
I don't remember if I told them if there was people coming out or not.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so there's, yeah, I definitely saw some.
All right. And as those individuals came out, did you direct law enforcement back to that location?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to pause the video right here. I think you were asked a question about your search of the whole entire complex. When you're using infrared or it's the middle of the night, you're attempting to locate an item in an area. For example, do you see the AC units on top of this building?
Yes, I do.
Are those emitting a source of heat?
Yes, they are.
Would you have had vehicles, AC units, all types of things that emit heat?
Yes.
Did you make an attempt to locate a subject at this location, having panned back over to the vehicle in question?
Yes.
And did you locate a subject or a weapon of any kind?
No, I did not.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.